Last time on Edenwick. So, without wasting any more of your time, here's a list of things artists do that hold them back. This will be a two-part video because there's so much that can be said about each item on this list. Hello and welcome back to Edenwick, or just welcome if it's your first time. In my last video, I gave a list of ways I've seen beginner artists hold themselves back. For this video, I will be adding on to that list, with 5 more things beginner artists should just stop doing. But before I begin, I would just like to say that I am also a beginner artist, and am presenting these tips as someone who is also struggling to advance in my own art journey. I believe that we can all achieve our artistic goals, even if it means adjusting our approach every now and then. If we do our best to move forward, then it's only a matter of time. With that being said, let's begin. Number 6, if I'm counting from the last video. Putting your fate into the wrong hands, or relying on an outside source to determine your improvement. Now, the wording of this one can make it seem limited, but it comes in many forms. The primary version of this I've seen is connected to art school. Some beginner artists view art school as a magical place that they go to in order to increase their artistic power level, and that as long as they go to art school, they will be shot out into their dream art job. The issue with this is that art school is just a tool. You're the only one that can actually take this tool and use it to make yourself a better artist. I myself attend an art university, and I've seen people come and go with little to no artistic improvement to show for it. I mean, yeah, this speaks volumes about the school I go to, but I myself have seen my art improve a ton since I attended, and it has barely anything to do with any sort of outside education I've received, and mostly to do with my drive to be better. Another way I've seen people put their fate in the wrong hands is by relying on motivation or inspiration in order to get things done. Instead of pushing themselves to do what they need to do, they wait on some mystical force to grant them the temporary power to do so. Same thing goes if you constantly need to be reminded to draw by a teacher or peers. It's okay to seek mentorship and to learn alongside others to help with motivation. But if you are unable to manage your own ability to get things done, then it's only a matter of time until you can't draw at all. Number 7. Being too prideful. Pride can destroy a person completely, especially a false sense of it. It's okay to have confidence in yourself and to take pride in your achievements, but if you think that you're the best artist in every room, then you should try and open your eyes. I'm not saying that you are automatically a bad artist as a beginner, but if you think you don't need to get better, then that's an issue. I've known quite a few people to claim artistic excellence, only to watch them quickly fall behind other artists who felt they weren't even good enough. Having pride in your work can be a good thing, and can even be motivation, but too much pride can blind you from the truth. Not to mention it can alienate you from your peers. No one likes a person who is too full of themselves. If you're at the beginning of your art journey, then you should be more realistic about your skill level. It's possible that you are extremely skilled at art, and maybe even better than some of the people you know. But you are not the best that you can be, and oftentimes you won't be skilled enough to compete with professionals. Too much pride is often an issue I see in artists who have not even reached a high level of artistic skill yet, and they have barely even grasped the fundamentals. Most skilled artists are humble individuals who are always aiming to be better. They understand their strengths and their weaknesses, and they view other artists as comrades on a similar journey to them, instead of as enemies to somehow take down. So, it's always best to humble yourself, aim high, while at the same time enjoying the company of your peers. Number 8. Comparing yourself to the wrong people, or not at all. We live in a world where you are just a few clicks away from seeing some amazing art, amongst other things. And often, beginner artists will compare their skill level to professional artists who have been drawing much longer. This can lead to a lack of confidence for some artists, and they can even feel like giving up. Others might say in order to avoid this feeling, you should stop comparing yourself to artists and simply compare yourself to yourself and where your skill used to be. This way, you can take pride in your growth. While this works and is recommended, just doing this on its own can lead to a blinding effect. Always looking backwards can make it hard to see where you are going or where you need to be. If you want to do art professionally, then seeing the skills of other professionals can let you know the skill level you are trying to get to. Feeling down on yourself about it is something you need to learn not to do. Logically speaking, you shouldn't expect to be as good as someone who has been drawing since before you were even born. Or maybe they're your age or younger. That's when you should compare your art routine to theirs, in order to see what they did to get so skilled, and what you can do to do the same. If you just ignore the skills of those better than you, how do you expect to get there, or to even compete with them in the industry, whichever industry that is? This is common amongst art students that want to work in the animation industry. They compare themselves to their classmates or to nothing. As long as they pass their classes and do the schoolwork, they believe they will be ready to get a job upon graduation. But then they apply for those jobs and, well, they hear nothing back. It's important to compare yourself to where you want to be and to those who are there. Use the knowledge obtained to grow and improve. This way, you can become an artist that someone else looks up to. Number 9. Patience. No one seems to have it. We want everything now and as soon as possible, to the point where if our initial sketch isn't a masterpiece, we get anxious, we get angry, sad, and sometimes even scared, worried that we don't actually know how to draw, when in reality it just takes time. Art is a time-consuming task, both while producing work and in improving one's skill. We all know good art doesn't just fall on the page, and that large projects will take time. But we are so consumed by our desire for the finished product that we want things to be finished long before they are supposed to. We might draw fast with scratchy lines, making our beginning sketch sloppy, or we might jump into a comic or story idea without any preparations. Rushing into work like that often leads to a sloppy start, disappointing us and causing us to lose interest or to give up completely. Honestly, there isn't a lot for me to say on this one. Art and creativity is something that requires patience. You will eventually get as skilled as you want, and as long as you follow a good plan, you can complete any project. Moving forward slowly is always better than dashing forward, only to come back to where you started. Now finally, the last thing artists do that hold themselves back. Number 10. Giving up. Art is not easy. Physical and mental strain both play a part in causing some artists to just stop. It takes years to master, and during that time you have to deal with things constantly not turning out as you wanted. You have to deal with judgment from others and from yourself. You have to work hard and repeat tasks in order to come close to understanding what you're doing. And who knows when you'll get good. The future is so far away, so beyond your view, and all you can see is this moment. Your artwork is just not that good. But his is, and hers. Their art is just so amazing, so godly. How can I ever even come close to doing what they can do? To do what they make seem so easy, so effortless. Maybe art just isn't for me. But the thing is, art is for you, and it's for me. It's for them and everyone else. Giving up would only make a difficult task impossible. Done the right way, a person could walk every street in their city or from one country to another, It may take time, but every step brings you closer to the finish. And no matter what, as long as you keep taking steps, you will get to your location. It will be tough sometimes. You may have to rest or ask for directions, but you can do so knowing that you are no longer where you started. And at this rate, you will reach your goals a lot sooner than you think. I thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was helpful to at least one of you out there. If not, let us know in the comments what can be done better. And if you know of other ways that we can level up our art skills, let us know that as well. Also, while you're down there, I would love it if you would subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can see what I do next. But until we meet again, I would just like to say, welcome to Edenwick.